Welcome to the WD Sports Lounge. I'm your host, Woody Dayon, and I'm here live with another video. So let's just get in right to it. So this video over here is about Russell Westbrook going viral with his, according to sources, Russell Westbrook has made it clear that he would love to sign with the Miami Heat, but only on one condition that he will do so, is if LeBron James does not sign alongside him. What does this mean? What are we talking about here? Russell Westbrook has gone viral for keeping it real. Because for those who don't know backstory, let me take you back a year and a half, 2 years ago. Russell Westbrook was coming off a great season, and shout out to Dreamers Pro and to Raw for TV, because they're the ones that I heard talk about this situation here. Although I did see the post on IG, but these two gentlemen were able to have more insight of the story and bring it to their channels. So make sure y'all follow those channels, the Dreamers Pro channel and to Raw for TV. But going back to what I was saying before, we could go back to when Russell Westbrook was playing with the Washington Wizards, when he came off a stellar season, helping a team that was pretty much the bottom of the barrel work its way back to at least getting into a play-in tournament and winning the 8th seed outright to play the number 1 seed that year. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Denver. I think it was Denver that was the number 1 seed. But anyway, what wound up happening is that they got bounced out of the first round. Russell Westbrook wound up having a great season with the Washington Wizards. Thus far, getting the attention of the Lakers and LeBron and Clutch Sports. So at the time when the Lakers were looking for players to play alongside LeBron to try to chase the championship, DeMar DeRozan was one of those players that they had in mind to sign alongside with LeBron. But LeBron and his camp, according to sources, said that they wanted to choose Russell Westbrook to come to the Lakers because they felt like Russell Westbrook will give them a better chance than DeMar DeRozan to win them a championship. Although this is pure speculation. There was, but anyway, so Rob Pelinka wound up making that happen for the Lakers, and he went and signed Russell Westbrook. And as soon as he got to LA, Russell Westbrook endured the biggest onslaught from all media outlets on how poorly he performed. And it wasn't even so much of his poor performance. It was actually more of basketball heads coming together and having the knowledge that these two type of players cannot coexist in one team, because there are two ball dominant players and they both need the ball in order to make plays. So now, in this case, because that experiment didn't work, Russell Westbrook took the brunt of that punishment, and it was ostracized. He was ridiculed. He was teased. He was trolled by the same people that's supposed to be reporting towards his play. They made sure that anytime there was a highlight, they turned it into a low light. Guys like Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless on Undisputed at the time when Undisputed was running. These you got Dave McMenamin, who called him a locker room cancer. Malika Andrews, they just sat there and just talked about him. They called him Russell Westbrook. You hearing that so much as a player, you start to have doubt in yourself. So no wonder he couldn't really focus on the game, because every single time he turned on the TV, they're just trolling him. And LeBron James, who was the one that was responsible for getting him to LA, you think he had his back? No. He allowed his teammate to get run over. And he even said it himself and later on down the line, when right before he left LA, or after he left LA, stories came out and Russell Westbrook even called LeBron a fake dude. He's too fake. Why? Because there was a time Will Smith was supposed to come to the locker room and talk to the players. LeBron James and AD said they didn't want to be there. But when the coach decided to tell them, when I think it was Darvin Ham, told them that they have to be there, now all of a sudden the one guy that didn't want to talk to Will Smith all of a sudden is sitting there asking a million one questions to Will Smith. So from Russell Westbrook's point of view, like, come on, you fake ass dude, come on with that fake crap. You know what I'm saying? So he knew right there he couldn't be a part of that. So that's probably why they hung him out to dry the way they did. But shout out to Westbrook, man. Shout out to Westbrook for standing up for himself and for keeping it real about what's really going on. Because at the end of the day, the media will let you know one thing, but we all see what's going on. And I even made a video about Russell Westbrook during the early days when we first started this channel. It was like more of a redemption arc because he was having a great season with the Denver Nuggets. One thing we know for sure that can't be denied, that Russell Westbrook comes in to play every single day and gives the high maximum amount of effort, will, and the grit to win. If you want to follow up that video, you could go ahead and on the playlist, and you could look at Basketball Lounge playlist, and you'll find that video in there. If anything, I'll put it on the description below, and then I'll pin it on the comment section. That way, you'll be able to follow back on that, so you see the reference that we've talked about Westbrook before. So my opinion is that I'm kind of happy that Westbrook stood up for himself. I'm glad that he put it out there and let it be known that he would not play with a guy like that, because I wouldn't play with someone like that either. You know, somebody that would throw me. First of all, you advocated for me to be there, and when things didn't work out, instead of you taking accountability as a leader, you want to throw me under the bus like I'm the pin cushion, and you get all the praises. That's the thing about LeBron. Anytime he's with somebody or he plays with somebody, he gets the praises when everything works out. But everybody else gets the blame. Now, I'm gonna sit here and keep it real with you guys, because that's what this show is all about. I'm gonna give you my opinion, whether it's popular or not. This is how I feel. You know, I'm gonna be direct about criticizing LeBron when he's wrong. But at the same time, if he's right, I'm gonna also praise him as well. But for the most part, he does a lot of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not really. I don't root against him. I don't root against LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. You know what I mean? But because I'm a Miami Heat fan. When he came to Miami, I was appreciative of that. We got 2 rings out of that. I'm always going to be appreciative of that. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and be like, because you're not with Miami, I'm not going to rock with you. I even rocked with him when he was in Cleveland the first time. But after the whole Cleveland, the second Cleveland round, and where he started calling him the GOAT and all that stuff, himself the GOAT, and I'm like, dude, we know what you did in Dallas. You cost Dwayne Wade a MVP that year, because the way Dwayne Wade was playing in that series, all LeBron needed to do was average his 20 points like he normally would at the time, and they would have won him a championship. They would have three-peated if that was the case. But we all know he dropped the ball. But he doesn't. Yeah, he only gets the blame from us. Go from the independent circle, the real circle. But they'll never point that. There's only a few brave souls that's able to point that out. So for Westbrook, hats off to you, bro. You deserve to have an opportunity to win a championship for real, because before you got to LA, you were a max player. Now you're barely a minimum player now. It's because everybody knows the skill set and the drive and determination that you have, that you still have a chance to win, that you still have a chance to be a part of a team. If general managers didn't look and actually see what's really going on, because of this smear campaign that he went through in LA, this man would have been out of the league just off the strength of that. But we were watching. I saw what was going on. It wasn't his fault, too much scrutiny, all type of pressure, and when it came down to it, he was the one getting blamed for it. There's no way you could have that kind of focus and play your game right. The Lakers wasn't orchestrated for Russell Westbrook to succeed. He was brought over there to be a scapegoat, to get the blame. So when things didn't go right, LeBron didn't look crazy. But at the end of the day, we all know what's really good. That's my opinion about it. That's what I think about it. So what you tell me, y'all tell me what y'all think. Leave your comments in the comments section. What do you think about Westbrook? Do you think Westbrook was he was merited for coming out and let it be known that he doesn't want to play with LeBron no matter what because he don't want to be around no fake dude? Well, and this is me paraphrasing. Or do you think that he should have just kept his mouth shut and just keep just take it like it is? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all opinion is. Leave it on the comments section below. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is the WD Sports Lounge. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Woody Deon, and I'll see you again on the next video. Ciao.